Just because you know something doesn't mean that you're wise. Knowledge doesn't translate into wisdom. You actually have to practice it and perfect it in a way to the best of your ability.
A William Mitchell legal education means that everybody who leaves this school has had the opportunity to learn practical wisdom, to learn how to apply theory to problem solving, to test ideas, to grow, and to become a real lawyer.
The law is certainly something we've got to think about, but it's also something that in the end, we've got to do. It's great to read the DMV's motor safety regulations. It's fine to read the owner's manual for your car, but there's nothing like being out on the road if what you're trying to do is learn how to drive.
If I'm learning something, how am I going to use this? That class really prepared me so that when I got out, I handled my first trial within a few months after graduating, and I knew what to do. I knew how to give an opening statement, I knew how to call witnesses, I knew how to cross-examine witnesses.
Hit the ground running is really what we mean when we talk about practical wisdom. You can go out and you can start practicing right from day one after you get out of law school.
The ability to step in on day one and be able to handle cases. And that is very evident in William Mitchell students compared to students from other law schools.
People in this community regard William Mitchell as a source of practical wisdom. The William Mitchell people are more mature, seem to be more comfortable in a work environment, understand their responsibilities better, and are prepared to hit the ground running.
There are so many lessons, even with the best mentorship, that only come to you when you're sitting in the seat, when you're standing at the podium, and ideas and theories and strategies develop.
I don't think we spent a lot of time talking about practical wisdom, but I think that that was sort of the stock in trade. That was what we worked for and hoped to instill in the students.
Combination of knowing about the law, knowing how to be an attorney in terms of lawyering skills, understanding the ethics and values of the profession.
Is to prepare people for dealing with the unexpected, to deal with unstructured problems that they've never had to deal with before. And in my experience, the people who are best at that are the people who are willing to roll their sleeves up, get their hands dirty, and understand that real grit is what it takes to be a lawyer.
The law is going to change. The law changes. You need to not just know the law, you need how to use it as a tool effectively and for the greater good.
What you're going to see mostly is ordinary people with absolutely extraordinary problems who need a resolution of those problems.
You're trying to use your skills and knowledge and judgment to try to resolve that problem in a way that will be the best, will get the best outcome for your client.
To have you understand all aspects, like a 360-degree aspect of the problem, get the law, get the facts, but then your real advocacy job is to provide that advice to the client that may not be how do we win this, but how do we solve the problem.
Because the problems that people come to you with aren't problems in textbooks. You can't look up the answer anywhere. And they have all of the difficulties normally associated with dealing with human beings.
Legal education today realizes that turning out knowledgeable graduates is important, but turning out graduates who understand life and what the practice is really about is even more important, and that's what I think Mitchell has always had a leg up on.